Good. Must have been a great feeling to get through your side to win against La Rochelle. Really tight, really physical game.
Yeah, it was. We were delighted. It was a very enjoyable game to be part of. Like it's a great stadium, a great venue to play in. They love their rugby in that part of the world, and yeah, to kind of hold on in the end was great. So yeah, it was a good feeling after the game, but we sort of have to turn the page pretty quickly now with another big one on Saturday.
Was it made all the better knowing, having that feeling when you played against La Rochelle, being up in the final minutes and not being able to see it through? Being able to see it through now, has it shown like this team being able to manage bigger occasions better?
Um, I'm not sure, to be honest. Like I think, look, the group's a bit older now than it was a few years back. So maybe we have a little bit more experience, and some guys have come in this season, and Orgy and Jordy and Rabba, and added real value. And yeah, like we had a couple of wins against them last season as well, and they've had a couple of big wins against us too in the past. So like it's a good rivalry, but we're not getting ahead of ourselves. It's early days yet. We might meet them again, but yeah, it was a good feeling to beat them away from home.
Just wondering what you may or may not have seen some Gareth's comments after we described Leinster as harder to beat, but isn't sure until May if you're necessarily better. I'm just wondering what you thought about that.
I didn't see them, to be honest, so I don't really pay much attention to those comments.
Fair enough. It just felt like your defence, conceding not many points again. Has that been a huge priority going into the season? There's been a lot of games like that where teams are just about even getting double figures against you.
Sorry, repeat that again. Sorry.
Just in terms of your defending, you conceded 14 points, but like in a lot of games it's just about in double figures or below double figures.
Yeah.
How satisfying is that for the team when your defence is that strong?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. And again, away from home, like defence, wins you games. So it's something we've invested a lot of time in and work in over the last number of months. And yeah, lads are loving defending for the team at the moment. And yeah, it feels like we're doing a good job. So yeah, it's great.
Just finally, your thoughts on Bath at the weekend. Obviously, they're flying in the Premiership at the minute. Just I wonder what your thoughts on them. You've seen much of them this season going into the game.
Yeah, like they're one of the form teams in Europe. They're playing very well, and like they're strong up front. But like they'll also have a go and they'll play. Especially with Finn Russell at 10, guys like Cockney-Singer in the outside back. So. They'll definitely fancy themselves coming to Aviva and throwing the ball around. So they're a well balanced team. As I said, strong up front, good set piece. So yeah, like we're gonna have to be really on it this week, and that's the thing about rugby. You might get a good result on the weekend, a good win, but you got to start from zero again and earn the right to put in the performance this weekend. It doesn't just happen. So we were probably a little bit off maybe after the Bristol game. We had a bit of a quick turnaround. Similarly, we played Clermont, and we were probably a little bit off that game. So that's the big one for this week is just making sure that we're ready to go.
Thanks, James. Best of the weekend.
Thanks.
Anyone else?
Can I jump in there, James, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
How you doing? It's Richie here from Off the Wall, you well. Just wondering, like Leo mentioned prior to the La Rochelle game about it being a seeding exercise. So with like qualification at home, last 16 tie already secured, is that the mental grist to the mill this week that you want to finish this pool as strongly as possible, even though you've essentially gotten over the hump over in France?
Yeah, like all these things, you need to be aware of them, and they all play a part. So yeah, like. We want to finish as high up as we can in the seeding, but and we're in a good position now. But at the same time, like Bath are such a good side. Like our focus is on winning the game first, and getting that bit right. And because I think if you start looking too much at the permutations and the points and so on, you can get a little bit sidetracked. So probably let the management deal with that side of things, and for us as players, we just focus on winning.
It's fair. And the great news today, obviously, is Dan coming back into the fold. Seems possibly in contention for the weekend. Can you speak to us a little bit about him and what it's like to have him back in contention, having come back from such a serious injury?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, and like some turnaround as well. He's come back very quickly for an ACL, but yeah, I mean, like, he's world class, isn't he? When he plays, so having him back is going to be a great boost for the team, and like, it's a position where we just have so much depth at the moment. Obviously, Ronan and Gus has come in this season and has been really impressive too. So so it's great that we have, you know, 3 guys that are at such a high level.
That's brilliant. Cheers for that, James.
No worries.
Any more there, lads? That's it? Okay. Thanks very much. Bring Jack in for you a little bit.